Hey, we're on day 30 of our gospel challenge. That means we've got 3 more days to go to make it through the 4 gospels between Thanksgiving and Christmas. But it also means that after today, there are 3 days until Christmas. So today, then 3 more days, and we have completed our challenge. Today, we're in John, the Gospel of John, chapters 9, 10, and 11. And in the Gospel of John, we uncover a string of 7 I am statements. That's what we call them, I am. Statements made by Jesus about who he is. He is, I am. These are like the most basic language, the most basic verbs, what we call I am statements. These 7 of them. Well, let's just run through them. You've got I am the bread of life. That's in the 6th chapter. We've already read that. I am the light of the world, the 8th chapter. Again, we read that yesterday. I am the door. We uncover that one today. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the true vine. We finally get to in chapter 15. Today, we've got, in these 3 chapters, we've got Jesus saying, I am the light of the world. A couple of other ones too, but I want to focus on this one. Right away in chapter 9, I am the light of the world. Well, what does he mean by that? Well, obviously the contrast of light and darkness, good and evil. There's that easy one, but Jesus is saying something more remarkable here and more divine. Because that word I am, or those words I am, are actually the name of God, Yahweh or Jehovah, or as the Jewish people would say, Adonai or Lord, because the name of God was too sacred for them to say. This is why you find in the Old Testament the word Lord and sometimes God capitalized so often, because that's where the actual name of God was, this I am, or Yahweh. So what Jesus is actually saying here is a claim to divinity. I am the light of the world. Yahweh, light of the world. He is the light of the world. He is. I am. Jesus is making a statement of divinity here, and the Jews knew it, and we should too. So again, what does he mean? Well, God is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. And he backs it up immediately by enlightening the eyes of this man who had been born blind. Jesus puts light back in his eyes, makes him able to see again. So God backs up his statements. Jesus backs up his statements. And Jesus backs up his statements in our lives too. In Ephesians 1:18, it says that we might have the eyes of our heart enlightened. It's not just these eyes, but these eyes, the eyes of our heart, speaking metaphorically, that our soul and spirit, that our mind, our emotions, our will, and even our spirit would be opened up to God, that the light of the world, who is Jesus, who is God, would come into our lives, that we might have the eyes of our hearts enlightened. So as you're reading today, may the eyes of your heart be enlightened. May God show himself to you. And may he back up his claims, may Jesus back up his claims about being God by enlightening the eyes of your hearts. Let me pray. Jesus, Lord and God, light of the world, come down to save us and to enlighten us. Show us the way to you forever. And see us through these next 3 days after today of reading the Gospels, and may we never, ever stop reading them for your sake. Enlighten our eyes. Amen. Well, thanks for being with me today. I'll be back again tomorrow and for 2 days after that. And after that, maybe we'll come up with another challenge. Stand by.